Well, it doesn't really give you like
now
a
you're
preview.
live. Well, yes, it does. Now you're live.
Well, now we're like, ooh, my
It's
camera
like
looking
going
nasty.
live.
Hold up.
And now it's saying
There we go.
You're live. All right.
And that's gonna be there for everyone to see. What's up? I don't like this angle.
Okay.
Let's bring it down a little bit.
Pull up my pants.
There we go. There we go. Hello.
Yeah, I think some people are watching.
Actually, I don't know. Oh, I've never done a YouTube live before, so I have no idea.
Interesting.
Now I'm like, is this wait?
Well, that number changed.
Oh, it did.
Maybe. Hello to the 2 people watching.
Hello. I'm dead because I was like,
Oh, that was one.
wow.
Dang, I said hello. I'm offended.
Y'all gotta be cool with us because clearly we have not done this before.
Oh, and speaking of which, let me message the Millie Mafias. Come through, y'all. Ooh.
Not Onyx trying to play fetch right now. I didn't even silence. I need to silence my computer.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Hey. All right.
Should we wait?
So, oh yeah. Let's just get it kicking with some songs to start us off. We're gonna be playing some of my original songs where we kind of warm up the area, let some people roll in. I'm gonna ask Bunny to play because I'm using all my devices to be on this stream right now. So we just gonna go
I didn't
on
connect to your thing.
Oh,
You didn't tell me that.
I forgot. Yeah, you know, first steps first would be to turn it on.
Sorry.
Power on. Bluetooth.
I love us and our unprepared selves.
If you're here, please feel free to introduce yourself in the chat.
Yes.
I feel very strange about not knowing who's watching us.
Put your name in the chat. What are you playing?
Nothing. I haven't even connected.
Then what is this playing? Wait, I thought you just said you connected.
No, I said I didn't connect to it.
Oh, this connected. Oh, it must be connected to me. What is it connecting to? Let me turn off my Bluetooth because I don't know what this is. I'm confused.
I kept on asking you, what is it that I need to connect to?
And then it was like, it's connected. And I was like, how?
Bluetooth disconnected.
Were you using that mic? I wouldn't mind using it to be a VJ. I think it'd be funny.
I mean, we can.
Yes. Okay, what's your theme called?
I don't know. Or it's a new one. It's probably this.
It says other devices, and none of those devices are that. I am wondering if the one person is just us. Well, now there's 2.
Hi, Mom. Hi, Dad. I'm just kidding. I don't know who it is. Okay, we ain't gonna use that one. I changed my mind because, well, I don't know what that one's called, but I do know what this was called, so I hope it's not dead.
Okay. Is it enemy?
Yup.
Okay, here we go.
See, I don't know why that one shows up, but this one doesn't.
I mean, that one might have. That one might be X10. I don't know.
I honestly don't remember. I've only used it once, and that was to test it out when I first got it, which was like, honestly, not even that long ago.
All right, here, I'm going to play your music.
I'm gonna put this here.
I'm just going to put it on a shuffle.
Ooh, these lights are hot.
Who's that?
Hello. I can't read it. It's too far.
209K?
Oh, what's up?
Who's that?
He's an artist.
Oh.
Oh, snap. Let's turn it up. We playing some music. Girl, just
I got her. I get nervous. Sorry.
chat is really tiny. So I'm finna put this up on my TV screen because I can't see shit. I think it's time for you to call me, baby. Hold on tight, don't wanna let you go tonight. Okay, there we go. Now I can read the chat because I was like, oh, I can totally. Yeah, I couldn't read it. What are we on tonight? Today is gonna be the first segment of hopefully many segments. Of Behind the Lines. So I'm gonna turn this down a little bit so I'm not screaming. So Behind the Lines is a segment that I want to start doing where, in this case, it's my friend interviewing me because I'm the artist.
I'm her best friend.
Okay. My best friend is gonna interview me about my new song, but I'm hoping that, you know, I might continue this, might start doing it with other artists where I start interviewing them. So like that's kind of the vibe I'm on right now. I literally just thought of that like right before hitting play.
I want to be a part of the show now.
All right. Well, yeah, we really just wanted to talk about the music, and I just thought it'd be a fun thing to do. Oh, when we go collab is the real question. I mean, whenever you want. I mean, this is the first time you're bringing it up.
Say the word, 209. Say the word.
Just let me know. I'm always looking for more people to collaborate with because I've actually only put out one collaboration with another artist. All of my other collaborations have been with producers. There was one collaboration I was supposed to do with another artist, and I sent it back to them, and then I just like never heard anything again. So it's done, it's there. I just don't know what's going on with it. But other than that, yeah, I've been dying to do more collaborations with artists actually. But that's one thing we gonna dig into. So yeah. All right, shall we get started? I mean, we kind of already did, but welcome to Behind the Lines. I am Serene from Serene's Universe, as you know, because this is my channel. And I am interviewing at the last minute. That's probably true, but it's okay. Oh. Okay, restart. We didn't start the show yet. Okay.
Start at 10 minutes.
I mean, yeah, but then I was like, what are we just gonna sing here? I mean, we could just dance.
Oh, it's just,
Yeah, it's literally.
it's just a prop thing.
Yeah.
I didn't realize
It's
that.
a prop so you feel official, okay? Because I could plug it in, but that is gonna take a minute because technology and I don't always like to work together correctly. So,
All right, so are we gonna wait until 10 minutes, or do you want me to just start?
fine, we can just wait. We already here. We just vibe right now.
All right, let's bring some more folks in.
Thank you so much for everybody who came here so far.
If anybody is
Just wanna dance, just wanna be on the night. We were born to run the night. We were born to run the night. Don't wanna shout, don't wanna scream, don't wanna fight. Just wanna dance. Take a picture.
yeah, I'm trying to link it so that people come.
I was like, what are you doing? Ooh, favorite comfort food? Honestly, the first thing that comes to my mind is Cadbury eggs, but that's just because it's the season right now. Yeah. I don't really know if that's a comfort food, it's just candy. But I guess, what even is considered comfort food?
I actually didn't know what that was.
What,
so-
comfort food?
No, the egg thing.
Oh, Cadbury eggs?
Yeah.
What? Y'all don't know what Cadbury eggs is? Do you know what Cadbury eggs
That
are?
damn Easter egg thing.
Yeah, they're little miniature East. Well, actually, I gotta say the Cadbury egg minis because I don't care about the big ones. But the little mini ones are my favorite. I love them. And the reason why that's the first thing that comes to mind is because I literally just bought like a giant bag of them the other day. I was like, we're already putting Cadbury eggs out. It's not April, but I'm okay with that. So, yeah. Oh, let me know what I gotta slide through with. Oh my god, it's I'm good.
It's been 10 minutes and we got 3 people in here now. So, hello everybody. My name is Bunny. I am. Huh?
I said, what perfect timing.
Oh,
turn
great.
it
Hello. My name is Bunny. I am here to interview my bestie here, Serene. She has a new song that just came out. Why are you laughing?
I'm sorry. It's just so. I'm sorry. The show is beginning, okay? The show is beginning.
As I was saying, my name is Bunny. I am here to interview Serene today. She has released a new song called Distance. If y'all already have it, make sure you add it to your mother freaking Spotify, Apple Music. I almost said a very bad word. I caught myself there. We have a few questions for her. And if y'all want to ask some questions, feel free to, send some little chatty chat here. Introduce yourselves, etc., etc. Okay. Shall I get started?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This is still really loud, so I'm gonna turn it down just a slight bit more. I want y'all to be able to hear us, you know.
Mm-hmm. So how you doing today?
I'm gonna need you to talk about it.
How you doing today?
Okay, I didn't say yell at the screen.
My bad. There you go, somebody. It's because I'm hurt.
Not is it because I'm ghetto. I'm dead. I love how you're looking at the screen like you're waiting for a response that the person who has left is going to put something in the chat and be like, yes.
Okay, anyway, all right.
Anyway, to get back to answer your question, how am I doing today? Today I'm doing good. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, the last 48 hours have been like an absolute train wreck. But we're pushing through and we're here. The song is out. I'm excited. I'm happy. It's just been a little chaotic.
Well, a little chaos is gonna make the world go round. So it makes the world go round. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Well, aside from music, do you have any other hobbies or interests, anything? Let's get to know Serene. Let's get to know
me.
Let's get me deep down.
Honestly, music is my main hobby, to be honest. It's really just making music or singing, or I want to get really into art again. I used to do a lot of art stuff. Haven't done it in a while. I literally just bought a bunch of canvases the other day. Haven't touched them yet, but they're here. So that's step one into getting back into, an old hobby. I would say that plants are a hobby for me right now. I don't know if that counts as a hobby because technically they're living creatures. It's like having pets. I wouldn't say that my pet is a hobby, but we're gonna go with it. Yeah, it's not really a hobby, but I'm gonna say it's a hobby because why not? I have recently collected a ton of plants. Am I greening them? Absolutely not. So we're gonna see how long I can make them last.
Honestly, I think they're looking pretty good.
I mean, it's literally been a month, so
yeah, it's a lot better than me. It's actually looking pretty good around here. It's pretty green. I don't see many.
Yeah, it's pretty green.
Yellow leaves. I think this hobby is going pretty well.
Thank you. I don't even know how many I have now. I think I have 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4. Okay, so I have 7.
Oh, she has 7 children.
I have 7 children.
She
plus
has
my cat,
7.
A real child, but
she got 8 children, y'all.
Oh wait,
she a mama.
9.
She's got 9 kids. She got 9 kids. 8 of them are green. One of them is black. So
my little black child.
That's a lot of babies.
Where is he anyway? Oh, he hiding. Okay.
A little star of the show.
Yeah, a little star of the show. I'm sure he'll come out at some point, but yeah.
Okay.
Onyx, my cat.
Okay. Well, moving on. Let's get into the music. What got you into music and stuff like that.
Yes.
So, as far as like your style, how would you describe your style?
I usually say that I'm like a pop R&B artist. I feel like I fall a little bit more into R&B than I do in pop, but I do tend to go towards a little bit more pop elements. I love pop. It is my favorite genre. I love all the pop queens, I go in there and I do my thing. I listen to them constantly. So yeah, I'd say probably just pop and R&B, a little bit of soul, slightly. We're getting slightly more into the soul, as you'll hear with Distance. I don't really feel like any of my other songs categorize as soul, but that's just me.
Okay. Well, what inspired you? What is so inspiring to you about soul? I mean, pop.
What is inspiring about pop? I think it's just what I really connect with. Like, I feel like growing up, I was always like, oh, I love like the way that like the pop stars are just that, they're pop stars. And they like really embody themselves. They have fun. Sometimes they're happy, sometimes they're sad, but they're always entertaining.
Okay.
And I love that about it.
Okay. Do you have like a particular like pop star or anything that you really idolize or look up to right now?
Beyonce.
Okay.
I'm trying to get them tickets. Anybody want to give me Beyonce tickets?
Has it changed over the years, or has it always been Beyonce?
It has actually not always been Beyonce, surprisingly. I mean, it's basically always been Beyonce, but she wasn't always number one. I've always loved Beyonce.
Right.
But, my mom will tell you that when I was younger, I was a big Riri girl. I mean, I'm still a Riri girl, don't get it twisted. But I feel like they switched places for me. When I was a kid, I was like obsessed with Rihanna. And then it slowly became, I'm obsessed with Beyonce, and it stayed that way.
Okay.
But random person to throw in there, Ariana Grande. She was like my top like person that I listened to on Spotify for 3 years in a row.
Okay, that's an interesting one. Okay.
Yeah, so she's up there for me too. I feel like I like them both for different reasons.
Okay.
Because like, I think Ariana is really good with her vocals. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Beyonce's vocals too, but they have very different vocal styles. Whereas like Beyonce's more like belty,
right?
Not Rihanna. Ariana is more like light and airy and fluffy, and that was something that I like.
She's very soft.
Yeah, she's very soft, and like that was something that I never really identified with as a singer. Yeah, her image is also very soft. So I feel like I identified more with like the Beyonce track than the Ariana track. Okay. But I always really liked the Ariana track. I was like, man, one day I want to be able to hit notes like that.
Okay.
And like light and airy, and I've been working on it. I've been trying to. That's where you kind of see that first little bit in Distance too, where I was like popping up into that head voice, and I was like, oh, I can get a little light and airy in here.
If y'all haven't listened to it yet, she was getting it.
Yeah. So I do see that element like starting to play a role in my music now, whereas like before I was always like, I just want to be big, loud, belty, like Beyonce, like Lizzo. Okay. But I want to be able to do both. I want to have both.
Figures. Okay.
Yeah, I've been listening to Lizzo on repeat too. Oh my God, Special. That whole album, great.
Okay. Well, as far as like songwriting, and I guess singing as well. Well, I guess you kind of already answered the singing part. But do you have any particular like people that you idolize or like are inspired by as far as like songwriting? What got you into songwriting?
Honestly, what got me into songwriting is I just wanted to be able to express myself. So I think I wrote my first song when I was like 7.
Interesting.
It was a long time ago, and it was a Christmas song.
Interesting.
Happy Birthday, Jesus.
You want to know something funny? Actually, when I was like 8, I wrote a song about mac and cheese.
Honestly, I love that because I love mac and cheese.
I wrote a song about mac and cheese and recorded it.
Put in a recorded too. Oh. Okay, I never went and recorded Happy Birthday, Jesus.
I was so serious. Do you remember any Happy Birthday, Jesus?
Oh, I remember.
Can we get a little preview? Can we get a little preview of Happy Birthday, Jesus?
What I remember is I was like, Happy birthday, Jesus. Come on, Christ, thy Lord. Let us sing together on this glorious morn.
Okay.
That's all I remember, but
That's
good.
Yeah, good. Actually, that's pretty good for a 7-year-old.
I feel like it was pretty good. That's why I remember it, because I remember sitting down and writing it in this little blue journal that I had, where I would write all of my songs and poems, because I was doing poems too. And I would write these poems with my brother. I don't write poems anymore.
Okay.
But at the time, I was writing them with my brother. And I just remember we were sitting in like, I don't even know where it was. I think we were like a Mexican restaurant. My parents were out doing something. I don't know why they were walking around. I don't know. I don't completely remember the full picture, but I just remember us sitting there and writing all of these poems. And one of them was about Uno, the game.
You wrote a poem about Uno.
I wrote a poem about Uno because my family and I used to play Uno all the time. Like, we used to play Uno growing up all the time. That was like our family game.
Interesting.
Okay.
Let me find out you were the draw for
yeah.
wild card girl, getting on everybody's
Draw
dinner.
Draw. As soon as you finish drawing, draw another 4. You know, Uno says you can't do that, but who are they to know the rules of their own game? Nah.
Everybody plays Uno very different.
Honestly, yeah. So every time I play, I always have to be like, so how do you play Uno?
Exactly. And then I'll be getting mad because I'm like, you're cheating.
I mean, like, that's not what you said in the first place.
Exactly. Lioness.
Exactly. I'm like, since when was that? Those are not the rules. Don't front. But yeah, I think I actually remember that one too. But I'm not gonna recite that one. But yeah.
Why not? The people want to hear it. Everybody in the chat, say you want to hear it.
Oh, it was an Indian restaurant. See, my brother coming in with the same. He was like, of course he would remember this, because I just remember eating orange, but maybe it wasn't orange. Maybe it was yellow.
Orange. That would have been Spanish rice.
Well, that's why I was thinking it was Spanish rice, but I'm thinking, I'm like, maybe it was yellow rice. Maybe it was
that good old turmeric.
Well, thank you for helping me out. Yeah.
All right.
Well, Uno, the lovely card game that is sometimes very lame. We play it every day and night and try to win with all our might until we start a large fight. It's such a wonderful sight. But then it's time to say good.
That's pretty cute.
It is cute. That's how I remember it.
Okay.
We put that in the memory. That is
serious.
Deep in storage up here.
You know what? You always say that you have a bad memory, but I think you have a really good memory.
Okay,
I don't remember my mac and cheese song, and I remember making my brother re-record it like 27 times for several days.
I don't know. I just remember very random specific things, and I think like because I don't know. I just remember that. I don't know why.
Listen.
I'm getting distracted by my own music. I'm gonna turn this down even more. I was like, I totally lost my train of thought.
Yeah,
I was like hearing myself sing, and I was like, damn girl, sing it.
Go ahead,
You gotta love yourself, okay? You gotta be
very
proud of yourself.
Yep, you gotta put that out there. All right, so it sounds like you have been into like singing and songwriting and all that stuff since you were really young. Did you ever like play any instruments? Were you forced to like take lessons in anything at all?
Not forced.
Okay, I was just asking
I'm just
because
kidding.
I don't know.
Was I forced?
My immigrant parents forced me to play piano. So
I was gonna say it was piano. I played piano, but not even gonna lie, like Lil Me was jealous because my brother played piano, so then I wanted to play piano, being like the younger sibling. I was like, I want to do what he's doing, but then he was really freaking good at piano, and I got mad about it, so I quit.
She said there's no competition. I just gotta stop.
I was like, why can't I play that good? And I was like, I'm done.
Dang, well, how old were you when you started?
I don't even know. Probably. I have no idea. I just know I was young, like young. I was probably somewhere between like 4 and 7. I think I did it for like 2 or 3 years. And I was just like, he was just advancing really quickly because my brother had like perfect pitch and everything. And I was just like, I don't understand what's happening.
He said, that's used to me.
Oh. I didn't know you didn't know that.
He said, listen to me.
I was jealous of you. Big brother could do everything. And I was like, why can't I? I was like, he can play piano. He got perfect pitch. I want to be musical.
I'm dead.
You know, that's probably what spurred me into singing. Now that I'm thinking about it, like age-wise, I don't know. But yeah, so I played piano, and then later on I got into guitar, and I did that for a little bit, but I just realized guitar was like not the instrument for me. First off, I did it wrong. My brother told me that I should do acoustic first, but I was like, I want to rock because I love Paramore.
Is that how that sounds?
I think so. Now you're making me second
wait,
guess
wait.
myself.
Honestly, I haven't seen it. I've only seen it in TikTok.
Honestly,
And I'm like, I
yeah,
hate this
same.
part. I love Lil Uzi Vert, but I hate that song.
Honestly, yeah, I don't know. I've only heard it in TikTok too. So
That's so funny. Okay.
but yeah, what was I saying?
That you were supposed to, your brother had told you that you were supposed to start off
Oh,
with
yeah.
acoustic.
With acoustic, but I wanted to
Okay.
rock. So I did electric guitar, and
Okay.
I was taking like lessons at like the Music Conservatory of Texas.
Oh, she fancy! She took lessons at the Music Conservatory.
And they put us in a class where we would all like, it was like half theory and then half like a band. So we
Okay.
got to like choose the songs that we would play. And I remember like one of the first songs that I felt like I did really well, that I crushed it, was Crush, Crush, Crush.
Oh,
By Paramore.
okay, okay.
And I remember like standing in the back like, da-na-na-na-da.
Oh, she was like,
But then it hurt my fingers and I quit.
oh, dang. You know what? Why didn't you just use a pick?
No, not that part.
Oh.
It's like holding down the frets, and I was like
Oh,
getting
I
like
see.
these major blisters, and I knew that going in,
Yeah.
but like I just wasn't about it. I was like, I don't feel like I like this enough, and I kept getting frustrated, like not remembering.
Oh,
like,
they not playing your music now.
Huh?
It's not playing your music now. It's
Oh.
playing. Hold on.
just put it on repeat.
I did put it on repeat. I don't.
Oh.
Oh no, I did it. Okay, there we go. All right.
Sorry. But yeah, it just like I don't know. I feel like after a while I just wasn't feeling it. And I was like, you know, I like playing guitar, but I wasn't loving like, I mean, as much as I was like having fun with like the rock and stuff, I feel like pop has always been my thing. So I was like,
Okay.
I'm not playing like electric guitar to these songs. And so eventually it was just like, I'm not really feeling it anymore. I wasn't like practicing as much as I should have been. And I was like, I don't want to waste my parents' money. So I was like, I'm done with that. I ended up revisiting guitar like when I went to high school. But then I switched to acoustic. And I was playing that for a while, just here and there. So like I still remember how to play, but like if somebody handed me a guitar right now, would I just be able to like do riffs and stuff? Absolutely not.
Okay.
But you know, give me a little bit of time, maybe. But I don't know with these claws now if I can still do that. But that was yeah. So that was it with that, and then I also played clarinet in middle school for middle school band.
Interesting. I did not know. I mean, honestly, I didn't know the guitar part either. But I didn't know you was a clarinet girl.
Yeah, honestly, I always regretted it. I ain't gonna lie, because there was a lottery for if you could play saxophone, and I went and I tried out like a couple different things. Like I immediately knew that like brass was not for me, and I was like, I'm gonna be a woodwind girl for sure. And I was like, I like clarinet, and they were like, oh, do you want to like enter the raffle to be one of the saxophone players because so many people wanted to play saxophone? And I was like, nah, I'm good. Girl, I should have answered that raffle. Right now, like the one thing I do want to learn is saxophone. And I'm like, why didn't I learn saxophone back in the day? Like I really should have. My brother had a saxophone because he was learning it.
Oh,
One of my best friends in high school was one of the ones who won the raffle and ended up being a saxophone player. And like once I got more into it in middle school, I was like, damn, I want to play saxophone. Why didn't I enter this raffle? So I mean, I do like clarinet because I think it came from like that whole, you know, when they make you learn the recorder and stuff when you're in elementary school.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
so for me, I was like, I was a freaking beast at recorder because I don't know if y'all did recorder karate.
I don't remember, honestly.
Well, at my elementary school, they did like recorder karate. So like every time that you learned a song, you would get like a belt, a karate belt, and it was literally like a piece of yarn that was the color of like the karate belts, and you would like go up until you got a black belt, and then just like with karate, you start getting the little straps on the belts. They would give us like beads to put on if we made it past that.
Okay.
And I went so far. I was like beyond black belt. Like I was like, yo, I know all these sounds. I was like, so that's why like clarinet just made the most sense to me, because I was like, I love that. So this is basically like a big recorder. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. I like it. Okay. Well, let's go into like talking about your artistry and your performance and stuff. So, do you have any particular strengths that you feel?
Wait, hold on.
Yes.
You know, my brother's saying that the saxophone is still sitting at the house. I asked you like 3 months ago if you still had it. And you said you have no idea. Did you just stumble upon it recently or something? I'm so confused. I was like, what the? I still haven't learned that.
We're calling you out,
I
Malcolm.
don't know. Maybe it's time for me to
Give us some answers.
pick up the saxophone.
I don't know about that.
Who knows?
Don't give her another
I was gonna
task,
say in my free time, but like, guys, I really don't have free time.
That's what I'm saying. Don't convince her.
Really? Okay, he giving me the location and the house and everything. All right, I mean, not take it in all caps.
Let us sit.
I might come back with a freaking saxophone. I'm going back to the house this weekend.
Oh.
I might come back with a saxophone. Oh, Lord.
Well, you know what?
I just feel like I want to learn how to play something that isn't going to destroy my nails.
One at a time, but okay, you know what? You do you.
The thing about me is I never take anything one at a time. I always do too much.
Somebody was telling me, because I was saying the same stuff. I was like, I always like start like a billion things at once. And they were like, well, when you start like a billion things at once, like you're not really like focused on one thing, and it takes you longer to finish everything else.
I've heard that too, but I also feel like if you are organized enough, you can do a lot.
I think it would be less.
I wouldn't
stressful
say
if you think one thing at a time.
No, I'm not saying it. I said you could do. I didn't say it was gonna be easy. I said you could do it.
All right. Well, you know.
I'm just saying. I've always been chaotic, doing a million things at once. But this year, since I've actually gotten organized and I started like planning things out, figuring my days out, writing things down, just really planning, which is something that was never a strong suit of mine. Once I started planning, I was like, okay, it's still chaotic, but I'm getting so much done. And I feel so much better because I'm like, I'm doing everything that I wanted to do. And I'm actually doing it now. Versus before, I was like, man, I really want to do that. Sucks.
Okay, well, she be living in chaos, y'all.
Shout out to Notion.
little plug. But yeah, let's go into artistry and all those things. So do you have any particular strengths that you believe make you a great artist? Any strengths you wanna point out?
I mean, I feel like I'm fun. I feel like I have a fun personality, and people like artists that are cool and that they can like really connect with and feel.
Right. Mm-hmm.
But also, I just really like singing, and I think that passion is gonna help me kind of like move forward as a musician, because I've really put like a lot of time and effort into like perfecting my craft. Like, you said that I was like, I don't play any instruments, but really I do play an instrument. I play the instrument of my voice, and I don't.
That's very true. People don't talk about that being an instrument, and it is an instrument.
And it's kind of honestly one of the hardest instruments, because whereas any other instrument, you pick it up, you play it, you put it down. That instrument does not have emotions. It doesn't have feelings. It doesn't get sick. When you sing, and like when you really want to sing, there's a lot of things that you don't necessarily have to sacrifice, but you have to like start really focusing on your health and your wellness, because like on days where I feel really bad, I sound awful. On days when I have a lot of energy, I can pull through and do things that I didn't even know I could do. And so it really becomes like a game of like managing like how you live, really. I remember one of my old vocal coaches was like telling me, I was in college, and she was like, if you want to sing, then you can't be going out to parties all the time because you're going to lose your voice. Now, did I heed that word? Absolutely not. I was in college.
Okay.
But
I did your best life when you're in college. I understand.
I did take what she said to heart, though. I did change the way that I partied. So instead of like going out and partying and screaming all night and waking up in the morning and being like, I have no voice, I just wasn't as loud.
Okay, that's
you know,
she was
like
compromising.
it's like how she was saying, like, you go to festivals and like every time I came back from a festival, I would not have a voice left, and she's like, well, that was your choice, that you chose to prioritize the festival over your singing. And I was like, that's really interesting to hear. So like the next time I went to the festival, I was like drinking way more water. Honestly, probably should always drink a ton of water at festivals anyway. But I was like really trying to make sure that I wasn't going to lose my voice, so that if I ended up having like a gig or something when I got back, like I was still good, still ready to go. So it really does change the way that you like live your life, because this instrument, you can't separate yourself from it. I mean, I guess you could rip your vocal cords out, but then you can't talk. So I don't understand what you would be doing that for. So you really,
somebody want to do.
This is really it. And like, I also am scared of surgery. So I would really love to never hurt my vocal cords, because I love it. And I would end up having to get surgery to get them fixed. And I really don't want to go under the knife. So I can take care of the ones I got that are healthy right now.
Yeah, I really like that you referred to your voice as an instrument, because that is very true.
It is very much an instrument. Mm-hmm. It's my greatest instrument.
Yes. All right. Well, as far as like those are as far as your strengths, do you have any weaknesses?
Yeah, doing everything at once.
Okay.
I literally just got into this.
Oh God! Literally, it's like I'm gonna keep on doing this, but it's my greatest weakness.
Look. It is my greatest weakness. I'm not gonna lie. But
is it really your weakness?
It has been. I will say it's no longer as big of a weakness as it was before. But I definitely think that it was a really great weakness for a long time, because I'm the type of person who needs to be doing something all the time, and I also get bored really easily. So if I'm doing something and then I'm like, I'm over it, I'll switch to something else. And part of that and that happens even with music. As much as I love music, I cannot sit down and crank out songs for hours and hours on end. And so I ended up, releasing like one song a year for the past like 3 years. And that's something that I don't want to do anymore. So I think part of that was, the big part of my weakness. I would release a song, be really hyped about it, and then I get distracted. I started doing modeling. I started doing things. I started, I said this and that and that and that. And I still want to do some of these things, not all of them. Mm-hmm. But like now I'm just trying to figure out like, priorities. Yes, it's more like prioritizing that has become so important to me. So I took my greatest weakness and I didn't throw it away, but I am trying to alter it so that it's not so much of a weakness anymore.
Okay, that's fair.
Because one thing about me, my life gonna continue to be chaotic. I'm still gonna do everything.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, you are probably the most chaotic people that I know. You are the most calm but chaotic people I know. Like, you're very calm when like to the eye, but then like as like I continue to get to know you, I'm like, oh, this girl is always in some chaos. Like, I feel always stressed.
I feel like it's very chaotic up here, but outwardly, I do fit my name. Like, I am very serene, and I feel like I get that a lot where people are like, "Oh, you're actually very calm. Like, you're very serene," and I'm like, my parents were onto something when they named me.
I feel very much so. Like, we are very much so yin and yang, because I kind of feel the opposite, actually.
Yeah.
Like, on the outside, I'm chaotic, but on the inside, I'm actually like not chaotic at all. I'm like, and I didn't really realize it until like you started pointing out yourself, and I was like, oh my goodness, I think that's my best friend. Okay. Little side note. Yeah. All right, so As far as like being an artist, do you have any things that you really, really enjoy? Like, what's your favorite and least favorite part about being an artist?
I would say my favorite part is definitely like whenever I do live performances
Okay.
or whenever I get like messages from people, basically just like connecting with people who've connected with my music. Like I think that's the most rewarding thing is like when somebody DMs me and they're like,
Oh yeah.
you know, like that song, not just saying like, oh, that's a really good song, but like, I mean, I love that too. But I love it whenever like the most rewarding thing is when somebody's like, I really connected with your music because like blah blah blah, or like they're like this helped me get through blah blah blah, and like every once in a while I get something like that, and it just reminds me I'm like this is what I'm doing this for because I love singing, but I also love how much music like helps people connect around the world, and like I think the best one too is like I put out an ad that I don't even know how to use ads at the time. I mean, I still hardly know how to use ads, but I had done
your honesty.
Of course, I'm always honest. Transparency, guys. But I had put out this song, and it was All This Time, and somebody from Nigeria DM'd me on Instagram, and it was like, this song has helped me in so many ways, like you don't even understand. It was like it's helping me with like some of the things that are going on in my country right now, and I've been listening to it on repeat because it makes me feel like very calm. And I was just like,
that is really heartwarming. That is so sweet, and the fact that it like went all the way like across the world.
I was like,
that's pretty cool.
I was so shocked because I almost didn't even put out ads for that song either, and honestly, I haven't done it since. But I literally was just like, that was like the most heartwarming thing ever, and I was just like, I took a screenshot of it. I was like, I'm keeping this because I want to remember this moment.
Yes, motivation. Yeah. I love it. All right, so then, do you have anything that you like dislike about being an artist, though?
I think probably like the marketing side of things because I mean, as I was just saying, like I put out ads and like, yeah, I got one really good interaction from it. But like, I am not a marketer, and I really would rather just like focus on the non-music or the non-business side of music. Right. But like as an independent artist who doesn't have a manager, like suck it up, you gotta do it or else no one's gonna hear your music. So yeah, that's definitely been like a big pain in my butt because I feel like since I've started singing, I've had to learn how to be so many other things as well.
You become multifaceted.
Yeah, you gotta wear all the hats. It's basically like, you know, it is owning your own business, except the business is you sing. So yeah, that's definitely a pain in the butt, but it's necessary.
That's understandable. Yeah. Well, let's go into like your performances and all that stuff. So your first performance, did you feel like, and any of your performances now, do you ever feel like you have like performance anxiety? How do you cope with that if you do? Is there like a particular like ritual that you do to prepare prior? Any tips or advice that you want to give, you know, these new artists or artists out here that, you know, kind of have similar situations?
I gotta say, every time I get on stage, I'm literally panicking. I've been told
you do a good job of hiding it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've been told I do a good job of hiding it and that people can't tell. But like honestly, sometimes I will get on stage and I'll have to like take a moment because like I will literally be like shaking with the mic in my hand.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And it's gotten better. Like I honestly think that like that's my piece of advice. Like just keep doing it and eventually you'll stop having that happen. So like that hasn't happened for me in a while that I'm like physically shaking. But I still do get like very nervous whenever I go on stage. And it's so weird because I'm like, I don't know why. I'm like, I know what I'm doing. So there's no real reason to be like afraid or nervous, but it is something that just happens. And I think it's just a natural reaction. But in order to combat that, I usually will just like do a little bit of like deep breathing before I go on stage. And I'll like do a little bit of humming to make sure that my voice is like warmed up. Obviously, I will also do like an actual warm up. But like sometimes, you know, there's a lot of time between when I do the warm up and when I'm actually going on stage. So just before I go on, like hum through a little bit of something just to make sure it's still warm. And then think about what technical things I need to do and then completely forget about it because if I'm thinking too hard, then I'm not going to be performing.
I understand. That makes sense.
Yeah. That's pretty much it. Just keep doing it.
Do you have any like rituals? Like, do you prepare yourself like much beforehand? Like, it sounds like you have like some sort of ritual like prior to the performance, but do you prepare yourself like days prior?
Yeah,
or are you not really thinking about it?
Oh no, I'm definitely thinking about it.
Okay.
But it also depends, because if I've sang the song, like if it's like my original stuff, like I'll usually just go through like once or twice, like a couple days before, and like run through the whole set in terms of like, because sometimes I'll switch like the order of how I do things. And I mainly do the practicing because I never know what I want to say.
Right.
And so when I go through it, I kind of figure out like, okay, this is where I want to take a little break in between the songs, and where I want to say something to the crowd, and then I'll go over it and like what I want to say. Sometimes I'll write it down, sometimes I'll just say it a million times, but I definitely have to think about that part more than like the actual singing part, because I don't want to get up there and it sounds stupid. Maybe that's why I'm so nervous, because honestly, if I don't have to say anything, the talking parts are terrifying.
That makes sense. Because you never know how like the crowd is gonna react.
Yeah, and like sometimes like they're just gonna stare at you and you're gonna be like, hello, cool.
Can we get some
just
anybody out there?
I'm like,
are we all just bots? Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that will definitely be what I practice. But if I'm doing like songs that I haven't done before, if I'm doing like covers or something, I'll definitely do like a full on, like maybe a week, maybe even 2 weeks of practice, depending on how long the actual show is.
Okay, that's cool. Cool. All right, can we talk about your favorite and your least favorite performances?
Okay. Favorite performance. What is my favorite performance? I don't know. There are so many good ones.
Do you have one that like the first thing that pops into your head? I feel like that typically, if it's the first thing that pops into your head, that is the most like memorable. Although it might be the worst.
Honestly, yeah, I was like, the first thing that popped into my head was the worst performance.
Okay, we can talk about that first. Let's start out with like the worst performance. So when and what happened? What made it the worst performance? Did you learn anything from that particular experience?
I did. Okay, so going back to how I said that I used to get like really, really nervous and I would like shake on stage.
Okay.
So part of that regimen, because I would get really nervous and I'm not nervous, I had to give myself a little bit of liquid courage. I do not recommend.
What was your choice? Liquid courage.
Usually tequila or vodka.
Okay.
Honestly, anything that's like liquor. I don't like dark liquor like that. I know. I'm sorry.
But
okay.
okay.
Like a dark tequila. Look, I'm trying to get myself like not nervous. I'm not trying to black out. Okay, I ain't doing anything. I'm just playing. Like I'm drinking. Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I think the worst performance was definitely, I was really nervous, and it wasn't only because I was going on stage. It was also because it was the first time that I was going to a performance like by myself completely, and I like knew nobody else was coming to like support. And so that was like,
we're really, really good for some people.
Yeah, and I'm very introverted. Well, I mean, kind of. I'm mainly introverted. So I was like,
introvert.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, I'm about to go to a place I've never been to with a bunch of people that I've never met. And the person that I was corresponding with on Instagram, like, literally didn't even have a picture. So, like, I didn't know who I was going to meet. I didn't know where I was going. I didn't have any of my friends going with me, and I knew none of them were coming to the event later on. So I was like, you are on your own tonight. And I was freaking out. And then on top of that, the whole thing was like extremely unorganized. I got there and they weren't even like ready, setting everything up. Yeah. They hadn't set anything up. I don't remember. You couldn't make it. I don't remember why, but
I remember being out of town, but I don't remember if I was like actually like vending. I feel like it was a vending thing.
Maybe. I don't know.
Anyway.
But yeah, I just was like freaking out because I was like, I'm totally on my own. So I went in and I was like, you got this. Like, be your extroverted self today. You're gonna make friends, blah, blah, blah. I got there. And after there was like the initial like nerves, then there was the I'm bored. No one is ready. What have I gotten myself into? They didn't start until like an hour and a half after they were supposed to. And then they also had like a panel that was supposed to be there too, that was supposed to go after the shows. They put the panel first because they were like, we don't want the producers to wait. I'm like, okay, just what am I, chopped liver? So, and then like none of the artists showed up on time either. So I was like, did I miss some memo that said like 8 o'clock really meant 10:30? Like, I just didn't understand.
Wow. What?
Yeah. And like this was a show that people had like bought tickets to go to, and like nobody who was buying tickets also showed up that time. So I was like, I'm so confused. Like, how am I the only person that it was literally like me, one other artist, and then like 2 vendors. The DJ wasn't even there when I got there. So I was like, what is this? So
I don't like that.
Yeah, I was freaking out. And it was also in a warehouse that like the front half of it was not full, it was under construction. So I was very, very nervous. So this is why it was my least favorite.
Warehouse parties in LA make me nervous. Back in my day.
It was just such a weird experience. And by the time that it was time to go on, I was like trying to become friends with like some of the artists, and I did become good friends with some of them. But somebody was like, I have tequila, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take some of that because I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out right now. Okay. There's the liquid courage. Going back full circle. So yeah, I had some of that, and then I was like, you know what? This is taking so long. I can have like a couple. And I like, honestly, it's not that I was like drunk or anything, but it's like, as I was saying, like your voice is your instrument. Yeah. So like it really messed me up once I got on stage. Okay. Also, they changed the order last minute, and they were like, you're going first. I was supposed to be in the middle.
Very disorganized.
If I had known that, I wouldn't have had so much tequila.
She had too much liquid courage, y'all.
Too much liquid courage. I was like, I know myself. I paced it perfectly. So I was like, okay, I'm going to be. And then they were like, nah, you're up first. Get ready to go. And I was like, okay. And since I'm starting the show, I got to talk. So then it was just like, it was just bad. It was a bad experience.
Let me just say, whoever hosted that, if you're watching this, be a little bit more professional.
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I'll ever do another one.
That's so inappropriate. Like, if you are producing something, y'all gotta be on time.
Yeah, it was not the best.
I just want to put that there. Everything that you put out, you're going to get back. So if you want to be successful, you got to go by your word. You got to be professional, all of that stuff, et cetera, et cetera. And you got to treat these people like this is like a real big production. Like Beyonce is on this tour.
Would you do that to Beyonce? Okay? You wouldn't do that to Beyonce.
Y'all got to get it together. Be professional, especially if you want to be in this industry.
Yeah, but what I'm learning is that I feel like most people in this industry are not professional, and you literally have no idea what you're ever going to run into.
But I just feel like you don't want to be that person.
Yeah, you don't. You definitely don't. You want to be like, you want people to want to come back to you. Because I do not want to go back to that event. But
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, it was memorable.
Okay, so what did you learn from that situation?
Yeah, after that, I have never taken any more liquid courage shots before. I'm like, deep breaths and meditation is all we need. I was like, I don't even want to potentially because alcohol dries up your vocal cords too. Right. So then it causes like cracks and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, well, all the hydration I did beforehand is just thrown out the freaking window because now my cords are dry and I'm out there like croaking and it's bad.
I'm sure it calms your nerves.
Honestly, yeah, I wasn't nervous at all. But
that's great.
But I mean, I felt like I was up there killing it, and then I saw the video back and I was like, whoa, somebody should have pulled me off stage. That was bad. That was bad.
Was it that
bad? It really wasn't because they asked me to come back, but I thought it was bad. It was bad on my terms.
Wait. Did you decide to go back? I know you said no, but
they never even contacted me. He said it at the end of the show, and then literally, this is what I'm talking about. Like, I don't understand.
Don't be liars. The boy's a liar. The boy's a liar. Don't be liars.
Oh my god.
All right, so I'm gonna ask you one more question before we get into your little performance.
Actually, I'm looking at the time. Do you see the time?
I do. I just
Okay, because I was like,
still wanted to go through.
there's so many questions, and we didn't even get to the actual song.
Okay, I still think that you could do the performance, and I could still go through the question.
All right, we'll go a little.
We just might skip some of the questions.
Okay. I just want to make sure that you noticed that I noticed.
It's fine. If I could just step out of here, my seat's pretty long.
Okay, I'm just making sure because you got things to do. All right, let's go.
Okay.
What's your question?
All right. All right. So when it comes to collaborations, it's funny somebody asked you about a collaboration earlier. They're probably not here because I saw it went down to one, and I'm pretty sure we are the one. And then other people started
How
trying
are we the one? Are you on here?
No, but I feel like it was us because they weren't saying anything in the chats, and I don't know. I mean, it might not be.
It
But
can't be. Anyway, what's the question?
okay. So, as far as collaborations, what type of musician or singer or artist, whatever, would you prefer to collaborate with?
I mean, I'm pretty open to collaborations. I feel like I like so many different styles of music. I'm not like against trying any type of collaboration. And I feel like nowadays a lot of like genre bending is like very popular, and like you see matchups and like people working together that you wouldn't normally see, and I kind of like that. So like I'm pretty open to it because I also feel like it like kind of it makes you think a little bit more. You can be more creative when you're trying to do something that's outside of your own genre. So I'm very open to collaborations. My only thing is I want the person that I collaborate with to be communicative and actually like work together to finish the song.
Communication's important, y'all.
Yeah, because I feel like what I was saying, like with this last show, like the professionalism wasn't there, and I want like the person that I collaborate with to also have that professionalism to actually want this. You know, I worked on a song with someone one time, and we finished it, and it just like disappeared into the ether. I literally every time I contacted them about it, they were just like, "Oh yeah." What? Can I have it? So I don't want something like that to happen.
Right.
But and then I also get a lot of people who are like, I want to collaborate, but then they don't have like an idea of what they want to do. So I think like also having any kind of idea or like at least saying like, I don't have an idea, rather than just being like, when we're going to collaborate, because I'm like, okay, well, did you have an idea, or did you want me to give you an idea, or should we sit down and have an idea session together? Like, come with like some sort of a plan or an ask, because I feel like a lot of people will just be like, I want to collaborate, and it's like, dope, cool, what does that mean to me?
That's true. Be very communicative, be concise. So when you mentioned the genre bending thing, I started thinking about that song with Nelly and that country singer. That over and over again. Yeah. That over and over again song with that Tim guy. I forgot his
Tim McGraw?
Yeah, him.
Well, I'm dead. I'm sorry. I don't listen to country, but I know Tim McGraw.
Nelly and Tim McGraw, they had a song.
They did?
It was like in 2004.
I don't know. I'd have to hear it. I don't remember that.
It was like over and over again.
Oh, wait. Are you talking about the Over My Head?
Oh, yeah.
The
all in my head.
I have to get about it over and over again. Okay, that song was kind of good. I ain't gonna lie.
No, it was a good song.
Yeah, I was like,
it was a very popular song. That hit charts.
Interesting. I didn't know Tim McGraw was in that. Actually, I didn't know Nelly. I don't know. I just know the song. Like,
okay. Well, anyway, let's get into Serene's performance for her new song. That's what you were performing, right?
Yeah. No.
I just wanted to make sure. Let's get into the new song. Distance West Serene. I'm gonna give you the mic.
Thank you. Oh wow, and it started playing.
You
no, I'm not the one that's
the instrumental, right?
Instrumental.
Okay.
Gonna sing Distance for you. Oh, is that it? Yeah. Oh dang, she was fast. All right. This dance, it's playing with my mind. I'm not usually the type of girl who rewinds the hands of time. Oh, this dance, it's messing with my head. 'Cause I don't want to go to bed with my brain set on you instead. Stuck in the good times, I'm reliving the past, but replaying the bad times reminds me why things did not last. It's funny how I played me too, 'cause I still ain't over you. Even if I wanted to, my conscience still thinks me and you. Oh, this distance between us has grown. And I know you know that I called you home, but now that's all gone. Stuck in the good times, I'm reliving the past, but replaying the bad times reminds me why things could not last. It's funny how I played me too, 'cause I still ain't over you. Even if I wanted to, my conscience still thinks me and you. It's funny how I played me too, 'cause I still ain't over you. Even if I wanted to, my conscience still thinks me and you. Got all these people in my ear telling me that I will be fine. I never said I wouldn't be, never said I disagree. So why don't you let me take my damn time? I'm waiting in muddy waters. I'm waiting on some clarity, 'cause I just wanna see what was meant for me. Oh, it's funny how I played me too, 'cause I still ain't over you. Even if I wanted to, my conscience still thinks me and you. It's funny how I played me too. It's funny how I played me too. My conscience still thinks of you, thinks of you, thinks of you.
Woo! You go, girl. Just like Malcolm said, you better stay. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. All right, well, I want to get into the lyrics of the song.
Okay.
You know, just a few things.
Do you want to turn the background music back on before we continue?
Sure, you are correct.
And y'all,
Give
let's
me
get in
one
there.
second.
Let's get in there.
See, Callie says she's watching. Callie, if you are in here, feel free to, give us a little shouty shout and a little chat over
What's
there.
up?
Live chat. Here we go. And we're playing distance again. I'm gonna lower it so we have, the background noise. I think that might be too loud.
I was like, not low, not off. That's good.
Okay. All right, let's get into the lyrics. Let's get deep into the song. Also, y'all, if y'all have any questions in particular, somebody liked it. If y'all have any particular questions, feel free to.
Well, yeah, that's a good point. This is a good time to say, if you're not already subscribed to me on YouTube, subscribe to my channel, hit that like button, Put some comments in the chat.
Let's go. And make sure y'all stream Distance.
Yes.
On Spotify. You got it on Apple Music?
I got it on everything.
She got it on everything.
Yeah.
What else is there?
You just had my mom. She was like, there's something other than Spotify. I was like, you got Apple Music, you got Tidal, you got Deezer. Apparently
You use
Napster is still a thing. Yeah, I know
Napster.
somebody used that.
Napster.
Napster is still a thing.
Oh Lord,
Apparently.
what is this? 2005? Who is still out there using Napster? Yo, might as well be using LimeWire at this point.
Oh Lord, LimeWire. I forgot about that one. Yeah, no, there's so many streaming services. There's like a bunch that like people like that are in the US don't even use. Like one that I just found out about is Boomplay. Somebody in Nigeria was like, "Is your stuff on Boomplay?" And I was like, "What the heck is Boomplay?"
You know,
So it's on Boomplay too. I think. Don't quote me on that. I'm pretty sure it is.
all right. Well, if anybody international is using Boomplay, make sure you check to see if Serene is there. If not, message her so she can put that stuff on there.
I mean, if it's not on there, then I don't know how to do it.
All right, let's get into some song-specific questions. Let's talk about your song. So, firstly, what inspired you to write this song?
Well, this song is a breakup song, as you can probably tell. I wrote this song after getting out of a relationship that like I had ended, but then like didn't really end because it dragged on for a while. And then I was like, yo, for real, like this is done. And so like I think it was like a couple months after I like had the final like stop on it that I was, you know, sitting in my apartment by myself, and I had this beat already from my awesome producer Vinny. Yeah, Vinny. Shout out Vinny. Let's go. Produced by Venus. Yeah, he had sent me this beat a while back, and I had just been sitting on it, and you know, it was one of those days where I was kind of just eating dinner, and then I was like, I was singing a lot earlier in the day. I was like, I haven't written anything in a while. Like, let me sit down and like see what comes out. Let me listen to this beat and see what I can come up with. And it was funny because I literally have not thought about this person for like the last couple of weeks, but it was in February. This is like a year ago. Okay. So it was in February, and I know this because it was almost Valentine's Day. And so, you know, everybody get a little bit in their feelings around Valentine's Day. So I was like, well, we love Valentine's Day. But it had been like, I was like, this is going to be like the first Valentine's Day that I'm single in like, I don't even know, like 4 or 5, 6 years. I don't know, a long freaking time. So that started coming to mind when I was like writing, or when I was listening to the beat. And so I just ended up writing the song about how I wasn't really over it, even though I was the one who ended the relationship.
You know, sometimes even if you don't want to end the relationship, you know it's the right thing to do. You got to do what you got to do. But something, because I was in that situation, but I was on the opposite end. And at the time, because this person was like, just because I ended it doesn't mean like I'm not hurting either. And I was like, no, you're not. You're stupid. You ended it. But like, as I look back, because I wasn't like in like a particular relationship, but like I needed to end a particular something, and it also sucked for me. So I understood where they were coming from. And I think, you know, sometimes you got to do what you got to do. You got to do what's right for you, because at the end of the day, it's what's best for you as well as the other person, because everyone deserves somebody that like is 100% there. And if you just can't be 100% there, you just can't. But it still sucks. It still hurts. You spend so much time with this person, and y'all, sometimes it just ain't right. Sometimes it just ain't right. That doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or them, okay? It just means you gotta move on. Find better for yourself.
Yes. And that was part of the reason why I wanted to write this too, is because once I started going, I was like, this is really vulnerable. And I feel like this is definitely the most vulnerable I've been in any of my songs. But I was like, I feel like I don't really hear very many songs that are from the perspective of the person who is breaking up with the other person. Yeah. It's usually like, man, you broke up with me, blah, 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 I hate you. But it's like, just because I broke up with you doesn't mean that I'm not hurting, you know? I'm going through the feels too. True. I just had to do what was best for both of us. And I was the one who decided to make that decision. I mean, not saying that it's always like that. Sometimes breakups are easy. I don't know who's doing that, but it wasn't me. So, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna write about it, and just writing about it really got it all out of my system. And after that, I was like, I feel so much better, and I got a dope song out of it.
Yes, period. I love this song. I think it took the number one spot for me. Yeah, I really liked
You're not the
it.
only person who said that too. So I'm really excited about this one because a lot of people have been like, yo, I think this is my new favorite song of yours. And honestly,
Yeah.
same.
It's like you said, it is very soulful, and
It is.
I love like the vulnerability. It like shows people how real you are and how honest you are, and I think that having this song is really a great perspective because, like you said, there's not often these songs where like you see people on the other side that are doing like the breaking up, and like in this particular case, you were obviously like still hurt, and sometimes breakups suck for the person who broke up with that person. Like I said, you spent all this time with that person only to
Right, because it's like all of a sudden they're no longer in your life, and you're just like, damn, like there's a gaping hole of like, what am I supposed to do with this time that I used to spend with this person? It's like breakups suck. So I just wanted to write about it.
Sometimes they're great. Sometimes they're a good relief, but in this case, it was not.
I mean, it was, but like after a time.
Oh yeah, you got to go through the time. Like eventually, this person hopefully realized that this is for the best.
Yeah.
Sometimes it takes some time for these people to realize that. Because for me, it took some time. It took a good amount of time. But so, are you in communication with this particular person anymore?
Nope.
Interesting. Okay, was that by your choice or their choice, or did it just gradually happen?
I mean, it was by their choice. When we broke up, they were like, I can't talk to you anymore. And I was like, I mean, if that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. I'm going to respect that. But I'm also going to lend out, like, if you ever need to talk, I am still here because, like, even though we broke up, like, I'm not going to pretend like you never existed. Like, I'm not one of those people who's like, yeah, I dated this person, but now I've deleted every single part of them from my life. Like, no, I still recognize that they were there. Like, I still keep pictures, not all of them, but like, I still keep pictures. I follow them on socials. And I think other people might think that's weird, but I'm just like, I cannot just completely ignore the fact that like, I had a life with this person. And even though they're no longer a part of the continuing journey, they are part of the past. You can't erase the past. Like no matter how many times you delete all the things and like block them and everything, like they're still in your past. Like you still get the memory of them at least. And I mean, like it's not like I'm sitting here reminiscing and going through pictures of me. But they're there.
Yeah. I think it's very interesting to hear like people's different perspectives on relationships because I am very much so the person that will like. I wouldn't say that I delete the person completely out of my life, but for me, I feel like it's better if I just like don't have their pictures, don't follow them because I want to move forward. But I also like recognize like I don't block them completely from my mind, obviously. I recognize it was a part of my past. And I think that like to move forward, you need to recognize, that was a chapter of your life. Exactly. That was an experience that you had to help you move on to like the next chapter, the next experience and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
just closing that chapter.
Anyway, so there was a lyric that I
yes, what was this lyric?
I was talking about how you played yourself, so I'm very curious to know how you felt like you played yourself.
Yeah, in the chorus it says, "It's funny how I played me too," and I feel like that was just kind of my way of expressing like, "Damn, this sucks," because I feel like so many people are like, when you break up. If you're the one doing the breaking up, you're just like, good riddance, bye.
Right.
But I felt like I played myself because I was like, damn, that sucks. Like, they're going to be really sad. But then I played myself because I was really sad too. And I was like, damn. And that's pretty much what I was like trying to encompass with that. It's funny how you played me too because I still ain't over you. And yeah.
Do you still feel like you played yourself in this situation? Or did you just feel like that at the time?
At the time.
Okay, fair.
I mean, like, I'm glad I did what I did. Like, it had to be done. I'm good. But, it was just something that at the time I was like, yeah, this is how I'm feeling right now. So this is what I'm going to write about right now. And I feel like something that people, like, tend to forget is that with these songs, like, when we're releasing them, they don't necessarily like line up to like when I was feeling that way. Like, to be honest, part of the reason why I sat on this for so long was because I did not want to sing it because I was still feeling it too much.
Oh, yeah.
And so I kind of sat on it for a while before, like, this song was the easiest song for me to write. This is the fastest I've ever written a song. I sat down and I pumped the whole thing out in one sitting, and I maybe changed like 2 or 3 words over the year. And I was just like, it's exactly how I wanted it to be. Like, there really wasn't anything to
It's very raw.
Yeah, there really wasn't much to change about it. And that's so rare for me because normally I'll like write part of a song and then wait and then write more on it and then wait and then write more, or I'll like do parts, or I'll do the whole thing and then I'll like change a ton of it before I actually put it out. But this one, like, it really just flowed out, and I think that's how I knew that I was like really feeling this, because it was so easy to write, and then once I was done, it literally just sat in the pocket. Like, I remember I wrote it probably in like maybe an hour, and I did a little recording to make sure that I remembered how it went. I sent it over to Vinny, my producer, and he was like, I love this. This is going to be so good. And then I just went dark for like 6 months. He was like, hello, are you going to post the song? And I'm like,
I need some time, okay? I'm still healing.
I completely
need a break. I'm human.
Honestly, at one point, I kind of forgot that I had written it until he, like, I that's one of the reasons why I really like Vinny, because he'll just be like, so, hello. And I'm like, oh, snap. I wrote a song. And I forgot about it. And it was good, wasn't it? I was like, all right, hold on. Let me go to the studio. The studio being my bedroom. And I was like, let's record. Yeah, so that was pretty much it. I really just waited on it, mainly because I wasn't ready at the time, and then I forgot about it.
I see.
What I'm talking about with the weaknesses, distractions, and my light just died.
That's okay. At least we still got wood. It's very romantic in here now.
You know, at least now I know the battery life on this thing, because I really had no idea before.
I feel like it has a very short battery life.
It's like a tiny little portable light. Like,
Okay, well, I'm really excited to see the outcome of this song, because I really like it. And like you said, you know, it sounds like a lot of people really like it. I love like the rawness in it and the vulnerability. And I think we really need that from artists. Like, you see like how passionate people are, and like, obviously you're very passionate about your work, especially it's shown very much so in this interview. So I'm really, really excited to see what Serene has in store. So I do have a couple of questions for you before, you know, we close out the live.
Okay.
So well, I really don't have one question, because the question goes along with each other. But anyway, so what can we expect next from Serene?
I mean, to be honest, like I was saying, in the past, I've really only released like 1 or 2 songs in a year, and I really want that to stop this year. So 2023 is going to be the year. 2023 is going to be the year. So, sorry.
I had a lot of trouble trying to say it. It was a little tongue twister. 2023 is going to be the year. Lord.
Okay, well, yeah, basically just more music, more stuff on social media. I mean, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've been starting to post a little bit more. I took a little hiatus in January because I was trying to figure out what the heck I was doing. Plus, I was moving. It was a whole lot. I was like, we're putting social media on the back burner for right now. But, you know, I came out in February swinging, maybe not at the beginning, but there's always time. Yeah, better late than never. So you can expect, just a lot more of Serene, whether that's socials, emails. One day I'm going to get that set up.
Y'all just make sure you're following her on Instagram.
And music, yes. If you are not following me on Instagram, please do. It is Serene's Universe. I like to make it universal so that people know where to find me everywhere. So that is Serene's Universe on Instagram, on TikTok, on Twitter, on YouTube.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to think what else.
Boom play. Just play it. She's probably just Serene on Boom
if
Play.
I look at this and it's like not even called Boom Play. I'm fairly certain it is, but honestly, I don't know. But yeah, all the socials. Check me out.
All right. Well, I think you have. Did you want to talk about this?
Oh crap! I completely forgot. All right, y'all. So thank you. Yeah, no, I totally forgot that I'm doing a giveaway.
Giveaway. So to the 4 people that are watching that stuck around, congratulations.
Congratulations.
The people that didn't, you're gonna be missing out on some good stuff.
Yeah, and you're gonna you guys are the first people to know about this giveaway that I also forgot about until she pointed it out. This is why you have notes. All right. So I am doing a giveaway. It's going to be across Instagram and TikTok. Essentially, it is if you post a video with Distance playing in the background, whether it is like you singing along, or if it's just something silent with the music playing, all you have to do is use the sound that is in Instagram or TikTok. So like, don't play it off of your phone and record it because I won't see it. But if you actually use like the sound, like if you search up Serene Distance and you put that in the background of your video, you have entered the giveaway. So I'm going to be picking a random video on, what did I say? March 9th. March 9th is the end of the giveaway. So yeah, so you have like 2 weeks to post a video with Distance. And you can post as many videos as you want. That'll just give you more entries into the giveaway. And of course, y'all want to know what I'm giving away, right? Like I told you how to get in, but I didn't tell you what it is. Drum roll, please. I love how I made you put your phone down. I was like, drum roll. No. I will be giving away $100.
100 buckaroonies, y'all.
Buckaroo.
Y'all know what y'all could do with $100?
Lots.
Yo.
And this
She
$100.
said lots.
So you can get this $100. I'll pay it out anyway that you want. I got Venmo, I got Cash App, I got PayPal.
We got food stamps.
I don't know how to give you $100 in food stamps. Don't ask
Just
for that.
kidding.
But $100 in cash. Okay.
Just playing. Unless I'm just playing.
No. So yeah, so the giveaway is $100. So basically, yeah, just use Distance as a sound on Instagram or TikTok, and you'll be entered into the running.
Let's go, let's get it.
I mean, if you want to do one every day, y'all know we're great too. You know, just keep going. Pump
Yo.
it up.
Let's go.
GB.
Oh, yep, exactly. That God bless whoever hating on me.
In the world is
I'm just gonna plug that in.
GBWHOM.
I don't have that bag. I have my Telfar bag with me, but
Honestly, I want one of those bags too.
God bless whoever.
I knew exactly what it was whenever he like typed it out, but then I was like,
GB home.
yeah, I was like, Jabua home.
Really, really great small business, Black-owned business. Really cute bags.
Super cute.
Very, very cute.
Super cute. So yeah, copy one of them
$100
bags with $100 when you win the
Y'all
giveaway.
better enter this.
Let's go. Enter the giveaway. Use Serene Distance as your sound. Instagram Reels, TikToks. Let's go. $100 in a bag to get a bag.
Or invested.
Or invest it, or do whatever,
you want with it. Shit, burn it.
No, please don't burn it if I give you money, all right? This is my hard-earned cash
At
from
that
my
point,
9 to
it's their
5.
money.
Please don't do that. It's going to hurt my feelings.
Don't do it, but you know what? At that point, it's yours. If you want to do it, I think it's a dumb choice, personally. Why would you burn $100? But
All right.
that's your business.
Secure the bag, sis. Yes, exactly. All righty. Well, that's all we got for you guys today. Thank you so much for coming to the first edition of Behind the Lines with Serene and Bunny. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing this next, if there is going to be a next before I release another song. But until then, I will see y'all later. Thanks for taking a peek into my universe. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Ooh, and then we can play the song at the end because it was already playing. Like, hey, we're gonna end it like, hey. Okay.
She was getting it.
I was. Bye, y'all.
I understand.